Today, I'm going to be breaking down the remix of People by Libianca featuring Ayra Starr and Omah Lay, where I'm going to be talking you through some of the things that I'm listening out for and picking up on as we go through the track. Before we get into the video though, if you have an artist or a track you would like me to review or break down, go ahead, put it in the comments below. Also, if you like new music and you want to hear more of it, go ahead, check out my main channel, Pure Urban Music, link in the description below. 100% of the royalties go directly back to the artist. So if you want to get involved and you want to show your support, then go ahead and check that out. Let's get it. Like those riffs from Omah there.
From Brilliance, Libianca. I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Now did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke.
Beautiful, man.
Did you check
Listen to those harmonies.
Now did you notice me? In bed, but my mind stay wandering, overthinking, but I'd rather be sleeping. Grab a drink, I need escape now. 24/7, I be in this state now, but I can no longer.
Okay, right, this absolutely bangs already, straight out the gate. I mean, listen, it helps that the original was an absolute banger, right? And sometimes, you know what, you got to be really careful when you kind of remix tracks that do really well, you know, tracks that people love as an original. You got to be careful because, you know, it's been done time and time again where you do remixes, you bring on additional features and the track just absolutely gets ruined, right? People don't like it. But here, you know, like it's just been executed to perfection already. You've had some vocal riffs at the start from Omah Lay, which is a nice additional touch, obviously wasn't in the original. Then what we get is these stunning, beautiful harmonies, these layered vocals that come in from Ayra Starr. There's also some response vocals as well, or kind of follow-up vocals to Libianca's vocals, again, which is a nice touch. And now, after a kind of drum roll or transition, right, we're in with Ayra Starr's verse. And just listen to the way that she's delivering those vocals. The rhythm of it is just so in time and complementary to this track. It just absolutely bangs. I'm going to take it back, right? Just pay attention to a couple of those things. I'm not going to go all the way back to the beginning because we'd be here forever otherwise. But I will go back far enough just so you can hear those harmonies coming in. Listen to those vocal, the follow-up vocals. And then clearly, you know, the rhythm of Ayra Starr's delivery here.
Did you check on me? Now did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't.
Listen to that, man. Listen.
Did you check on me? Did you check on me?
Follow-up vocals there.
In bed, but my mind stay wandering, overthinking, but I'd rather be sleeping. Grab a drink, I need escape now. 24/7, I be in this state now, but I can no longer depend on it. I become my own worst enemy. I don't question my own sanity, waiting to be saved, but I'd rather be alone than to have fake friends. Check on me, well let them get to me. I'm just tired, not trying to be lazy, cause I got it all with.
Listen to just how many layers are going on vocally within that track, right? Like there's just so much depth now, right, that's been added to this track, which, you know, again, I've said is exceptionally complimentary, right, as we're into this part of the track. But also listen to not just the harmonies, right, or, you know, how the vocals have been stacked, but listen to even on sort of like a top layer, right, we've got Ayra Starr coming in with that higher range vocal, again, just bringing something just like a yumminess, right, to the track, an extra layer, an extra kind of depth and warmth to this part. Just again, I'll take it back, just listen.
But I'd rather be alone than to have fake friends. Check on me, well let them get
Lights
to
coming
me.
up.
I'm just tired, not trying to be cause I got a lot that I've been dealing with. I know you understand, I know you
I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Or did you look for me?
Again,
I walked in
higher
the
range there.
room, eyes are red and I don't smoke banga. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Or did you notice me? Oh, Holy Father, Holy Father, they try to hold myself. Cause they make you not leave me deep. Oh, don't let go. 9 to 5, 9 to 5.
Listen, mate, so smart from a production standpoint. You have no idea how smart that is, right? So, you know, if we take it back to the beginning, just for a sec, right? So, obviously, you know, the chorus kicks in, right, with Libianca, and the way that they introduce Ayra Starr, I mean, look, he's pulling the same skank face as me, bro. He's loving it. Look at that, right? But just getting back to my point, right? So the way that they introduce Ayra Starr, right, is she comes with those harmonies. She's got some response vocals there. We get a slight transition, and then boom, we go into Ayra Starr's verse. The way that they've introduced Omah Lay in this track, right, is he comes in with some follow-up vocals, right, which actually I didn't even realize was Omah Lay sort of like straight away, right? But he comes in with some follow-up vocals and then they just follow the verse on, right? I'll take it back. It's real smart because there was no transition, right? There was no kind of slow introduction to his feature. It was just a simple follow-up vocal and then boom, it's your verse, it's go time. I'll take it back. Just listen to how smoothly that's done.
You check on me, or did you notice me?
Right, it's coming up.
Holy Father, Holy Father, they try to hold myself.
There, look at that.
You know, leave me deep.
You see how you have those stacked vocals, layered, harmonized, so it doesn't really sound too different to what we've heard, but then those get cut out and we've just got Omah left. Just listen to that one more time, man. It's so smooth. It's just, it's banging.
Holy Father,
Listen.
Holy Father, they try to hold myself.
Hear that? Listen to that.
You know, leave me deep. Oh, don't let go. 9 to 5, 9 to 5.
And now we're just into
I'm the one, okay. Time to time, they check on me, baby. Once a while, cause I've been drinking more alcohol. So I don't give a fuck, cause I'm always by myself. I don't really need your help. Yes, I smoke weed, I can't find peace. I stay hungry, don't need much. See this Bible, cannot force it.
Honestly, man, I'm loving it. I know you can tell just by my reaction, right? But I'm absolutely loving this. You know what I like about Omah Lay's verse, right? Is, you know, unlike what they've done with Libianca and Ayra Starr in terms of bringing those vocals together, and you know, I've said it already, but just making them very wide, big and fat on the track and present, giving them warmth and depth and all of that kind of good stuff, right? What they've actually done is they've done the opposite here, right? And that's actually, you know, the more and more I think about it, right, the more of a banging idea that is, right? Because, and there's a couple of reasons why. One, it gives us change, right? So we don't have the same repeated steps that were happening on the first part of the track, right? So that's good. We want change. We need change within a track. We need things to shift. And the reason why we need that is because we don't want it to get boring. We don't want it to get repetitive, right? But also, just it sounds just stunning the way that it is, just with Omah's vocals there. We don't need too much going on here. But what they have done, and again, I'll take it back so that you can listen to this, at the back end, or as we're kind of reaching the back end of his verse, they're not so much kind of follow-up vocals, just more kind of immediate responses. So he kind of sings a bit, and then we get a like, it's not even a vocal like a lyric, it's just like a hum or just a little bit of a riff, but it's kind of indirect response to what he's kind of delivering. And another thing that I like about Omah's verse here is he's kind of flipped the script a little bit, right? So, you know, he's, instead of it being about, you know, kind of needing help, right? You know, and kind of, you know, I've been drinking more alcohol, did you notice me, this is more about, yeah, I'm doing it and I actually don't care, I don't need your help. So it's a nice kind of twist on the original concept. Again, I'll take it back just a few, just listen to that.
Check on me, baby, once a while, cause I've been drinking more alcohol. So I don't give a fuck, cause I'm always by myself. I don't really need your help. Yes, I smoke weed, I can't find peace. I stay
Listen to
hungry,
those
don't need much.
responses.
See this Bible, cannot force it, oh.
I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me?
Okay, just very quickly, going back to what I was saying about Omah's verse, about how it's kind of stripped out and there's not too much going on in terms of stacks, harmonies, and all this sort of stuff. Again, just kind of thinking about how smart that is. Listen now to when we get back into the core part of the track, where all of those layers are, where all of those vocals are stacked, being harmonized and followed up on and all this sort of stuff. Listen to how warm and just nice and snug, right? Like it sounds when we get back into it, right? Just listen to the impact that stripped back vocal has to when the chorus then comes back in. It just makes you feel all good again, right? Listen.
By myself, I don't really need your help. Yes, I smoke weed, I can't find peace. I stay hungry, don't need much. See this Bible, cannot force.
It's coming up, listen.
Cannot force it, oh.
I've been drinking more alcohol.
Listen to that, man. It's just, stunning.
Did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banana. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Or did you notice me? I've been drinking more alcohol for the past 5 days. Did you check on me? Or did you look for me? I walked in the room, eyes are red, and I don't smoke banana. Did you check on me? Did you check on me? Or did you notice me?
Nice outro. Okay, some final thoughts on the remix. First thing for me on the track, and you can probably already guess this based on my reaction and comments, I absolutely love this as a remix. Like I said in the video, you've got to be really, really careful with a remix, especially if you've got an absolute banger of a track that everybody loves. You've got to be careful not to ruin it, and people do ruin it. Right, I mean, you know, we've seen it so many times before throughout history, right? Not just with, you know, like this type of music. It's happened time and time again. You get a banging track, they do a remix and they destroy it, they ruin it. Here, you know, I wasn't in the studio, obviously, at the time, but I think that they were very aware of that, and I think that comes through in the production, but also the execution of certain elements within the track also. The second and final thing here, I normally give 3 points, but I'm only giving 2 here because I have reacted and broken this track down before the original. If you do want to go and check that out, link in the description below, or I'll put it up in one of the boxes in the video, right? But just getting back to it, the second point and final point is the vocals. I absolutely loved what they did with the vocals here. Harmonies coming in from Ayra Starr. We get that transition. We go into Ayra Starr's verse, and the way that she is delivering that vocal to just this captivating and catchy rhythm was just absolutely awesome. Omah Lay, I really like what they did with his vocals, the way that actually, instead of stacking them and layering them and making them kind of really big within the track, they actually just stripped him back, man, and let him do his own thing. I love the twist that he put on the original concept, whereas, you know, instead of saying I've been drinking more alcohol for, did you notice me? He's going, well, I've been doing it, don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need help. So really nice twist on that. And, you know, the reason why that stands out, and I know Libianca had a piece as well where she kind of just changed the lyrics a bit, is it just changes something. It's just something slightly different to the original. And again, you know, it just works. Okay, that's it for me. If you do want to check out my original breakdown of this track, go ahead, click in one of the boxes. It will be up there now. Otherwise, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.